Hello friends, this is class 6th and subject is English. This is lesson 9, tenses, and we are going to do this lesson from PC Ren's grammar book as this is a lesson of grammar, and we are going to begin our lecture 2. Content to be covered in today's class, or the objectives of today's class. First of all, recapitulation of lecture 1 will be done. Then present continuous tense, past continuous tense, future continuous tense will be done. The question arises, what are tenses? Tenses tell us whether an action takes place in the past, present, or future. There are 12 possible verb tenses. Basically, there are 3 tenses: present, past, future. Now, these tenses are further divided into 4 categories of each part: present indefinite, present continuous, present perfect, and present perfect continuous. Similarly, past indefinite, past continuous, past perfect continuous. In the same way, future indefinite, future continuous, future perfect continuous tense. Now, we are going to do indefinite tenses. Simple present tense, we use subject plus verb first form or verb first form plus s or es plus object. As I told you online also on WebEx that we use verb first form with first person, second person and with third person plural, and s or es with the verb first form is used if the subject is third person singular. That means he, she, it or any name. So the example of the same is she plays football. Here s has been used with verb first form. Simple past tense. In simple past tense, we always use verb second form. Doesn't matter whatever the subject is, whether it is first person, second person or third person. There will be used, verb second form will be used in the simple past tense. Now if we talk about simple future tense, will or shall plus verb first form is used in it. And the example of this is she will play football. Now we are going to begin with continuous tenses. First of all, I will explain present continuous tense. Definition. The present continuous tense is used to describe events, situations and actions going on at present time. I repeat, the present continuous tense is used to describe events, situations and actions going on at present time. Now, I will tell you the formation of the same. In affirmative sentence, we use is MR plus first form of the verb plus ing. Now, where do we use is and am and are? We use is with singular, all singular subjects other than I, because we are going to use am with I, and with all the plural subjects we use are. In negative sentences, we just add not after helping verb, and here our helping verbs are is, am or are. So in negative sentences, we use is, am, are plus not to make affirmative sentences negative. Last one is interrogative sentences. In interrogative sentences, we just begin the sentence or the question with helping verb, that is, am, or are. Now the question is, where do we use present continuous tense or uses of present continuous tense? Let us see. To express an action happening at the time of speaking. For example, she is reading a book. This is an assertive sentence. If I say she is not reading a book, this is negative sentence. Or if I say is she reading a book, that is interrogative sentence. So in three of the sentences, first one, which is the simple formation, or we can say the positive sentence, there we are just using is, am, are plus ing form of the verb. We have used is because the subject is singular. In the next sentence, when the sentence is negative, we just added not after helping verb. In order to frame negative sentence, we just add not after helping verb. In third one, to make interrogative sentence, we just start our sentence with the helping verb. The same we did here, is she reading a book? Now, the next is to express an action in progress but not necessarily at the time of speaking. For example, if I speak about assertive sentence, Mr. Ram is writing a novel. And in negative sentence, we'll just add not after helping verb, that is, am, or are. So here, negative sentence will be Mr. Ram is not writing a novel. And in interrogative sentence, we just start sentence with helping verb, that is Mr. Ram writing a novel? Number 3 use of present continuous tense is that to arrange a definite arrangement in the near future. Means the action is not going on, but the action will be going on and the future, in the near future we can say. For example, I am meeting her tonight. The action which is going to be done tonight, in today's night. So here we will use present continuous tense. In negative sentence, I am not meeting her tonight, and in interrogative sentence, am I meeting her tonight? Number 4 use of present continuous tense is to express an undesirable habit. For example, she is always wasting her time in gossips. This is assertive sentence. If I talk about its negative sentence, it will be she is not always wasting her time in gossips. And if I talk about its interrogative sentence, it will be is she always wasting her time in gossips? Now, past continuous tense. What is the definition of past continuous tense? The past continuous tense is used to talk about something that was going on or that was in progress at a definite time in the past. So there we use past continuous tense. Formation of the same. In present continuous tense, we use is-am-are. But in past continuous tense, in place of is-am-are, was or were will be used. Subject plus was or were plus ing form of the verb plus object. In negative sentences, we'll do the same. We'll just add not just after helping verb. And our helping verbs are was or were. And in interrogative sentence, we begin the sentence with helping verb, was or were, and at the end there will be question mark. Now, we'll do the uses of past continuous tense. Number 1 use says, to express an action that was in progress at some time in the past. For example, I was playing in the garden. This is an assertive sentence, or we can say a positive sentence. To make its negative sentence, we'll just add not after helping verb. So it will be I was not playing in the garden. And in order to frame its interrogative sentence, we'll begin the sentence with the helping verb, that is was or were. So it will be was I playing in the garden, and the sentence will be ending in question mark. Number 2, use of past continuous tense to express two or more actions in progress at the same time in the past. For example, while I was doing my homework, my brother was playing outside. And if I am going to make its negative sentence, then it will be while I was doing my homework, my brother was not playing outside. Okay, so and its interrogative sentence, was my brother playing outside while I was doing my homework? Number 3, rule of past continuous tense. To express an often repeated or undesirable past action with a word like always or continuously. For example, she was also always taunting me. Its negative sentence will be she was not always taunting me, or she was never taunting me. Okay, and its interrogative sentence will be was she taunting me? Now, its fourth rule in descriptions. For example, Joseph was playing the piano and Maria was singing. All the guests were dancing except Angel. So, in description also, like if we are describing our past actions which were going on, so there we use past continuous tense. Now, I am going to explain you the fifth rule of past continuous tense. The fifth rule says in indirect speech as the equivalent of present continuous tense. For example, Kritika said, if I talk about direct speech, Kritika said, I am traveling by the Swan Shatabdi. And its indirect speech will be Kritika said that she was traveling by the Swan Shatabdi. Now, I have not taught you direct and indirect speech till now, but still I would like to tell you, direct speech is that when first person is talking to the second person. That is direct speech. And if any of those persons is converting the or telling the same words in his or her own lines, then that will be indirect speech. If somebody tells the same words to the third person, that is indirect speech. Now, I am going to tell you the sixth use of past continuous tense. In polite questions about how a period of time was spent, we use past continuous tense. For example, what were you doing when I called you? Compare, what were you doing in my office in my absence? So, there we use past continuous tense. Number 7 rule of past continuous tense. For unfulfilled plans with verbs like hope, plan, etc. For example, I was hoping to find a new trouser. I was planning to go to Mumbai. But you didn't find one. Means I was hoping to find a new trouser, but I didn't find. I was planning to go Mumbai, but I didn't go. Okay. So unfulfilled plans. The plans which haven't been fulfilled. जो पूरे नहीं हुए. There we use past continuous tense. That I was planning to do that. I was hoping to get this, but I could not get this. So there we use past continuous tense. Now we'll do future continuous tense. Now I'll tell you the definition of future continuous tense. The future continuous tense is used to talk about an action in progress at a particular time in the future. Means when we are hoping that that particular action will be going on at that time in the future. For example, I will be teaching you future perfect tense or perfect tense in the next lecture. Here I am just thinking about that I will be or I shall be teaching you this. There we use future continuous tense. Though future is uncertain, but when we promise with first person we use will, and when we are generally saying, in that case we use shall with first person. That's why I said I shall be teaching you perfect tense. Here I am uncertain, but if I'm sure about it, there I'll say I will be teaching you. Now the formation of future continuous tense. Number 1, affirmative or positive sentences. In future continuous tense we use will or shall be, or we can say will be or shall be in place of helping verb, and rest of the things will remain same. Then verb first form ing will be used. In negative sentences we will add not just after helping verb, that is will or shall. In interrogative sentences we use will or shall in the beginning, and rest of the things will remain same after will or shall. At the end we'll put question mark in place of full stop. Now I'll explain you the rules of future continuous tense. Number 1. To express an action which will occur in the normal course of time. For example, he will be taking the examination in March. Don't phone me or don't call me between 7 and 7:15. I will be watching the news during that time. Means this is the fixed time, the timetable that I have already set, and I am sure to do that particular thing at that very time. So therefore it is said, don't phone me, don't call me between this time, this to this time. I'll be watching the news during that time. There we are using future continuous tense. Number 2, use of future continuous tense to express future actions which are fixed. For example, Mr. Mehta will be giving another lecture at the same time next week. And because this is assertive sentence, that's why here only will be has been used. If I talk about negative sentence, then not will be added just after helping verb. Then the sentence will be Mr. Mehta will not be giving another lecture at the same time next week. And its interrogative sentence will be like this: will Mr. Mehta be giving another lecture at the same time next week? Question mark. Number 3 rule of or use of future continuous tense says, in the interrogative, the future continuous expresses a polite question and not a request or invitation. For example, will you be going to the market today? This is a question. Okay. Now I am going to assign you homework. Revise continuous tenses and do the given exercises. Exercise 3. Fill in the blanks with verbs in the simple present tense or present continuous tense. Choose verbs from the brackets. Beta, you are supposed to do these extra exercises, and then the book exercises will be discussed in the last lecture. Let's just do this at home. These are 4 to 8 questions of the same exercise. Then exercise 6. Put the verbs in brackets into the simple past or past continuous tense to complete the following sentences. Use both the tenses in each sentence. These are the questions of the same exercise, means exercise 6. You need to do these also. Exercise 8. Fill in each blank with the correct or more suitable verb. Form the brackets. Do it. The rest of the parts of the same exercise which began just now, exercise 8. Now this is exercise 9. Write 4 sentences in simple future tense. Write 4 sentences in going to form. Write 4 sentences in future continuous tense. Homework solution, lesson number 9, tenses, lecture 1. Means that is extra exercise. The book exercise will also be done, but at last. First of all, you need to practice this exercise. Let's do this. Below are 6 general truths. Fill in the blanks with suitable verbs. The sun sets in the west. Birds build nests. Rain comes from the clouds. Cows graze grass. Frogs live both on land and in water. The earth revolves round the sun. Exercise 2. What do you usually do on Sundays? Write 5 sentences using the simple present tense in your notebook. It was supposed to be done by yourself. Exercise 3. Put the verbs into the correct form or simple past. One night we even learned some Irish dances. We were very lucky with the weather. It did not rain a lot, but we saw some beautiful rainbows. Where did you spend your last day? Exercise 4. Fill in the blanks with suitable verbs. Use the simple future tense. I shall go to Mumbai next week. I shall come even if it rains. We shall go to the station to see our friend. They will play a friendly hockey match in the evening. If it rains in time, the crops will grow well. I hope you will lend me money. Students, thank you so much for listening to me very patiently and carefully.